ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top. Yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, out is the rookie sixth-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
The #1 overall pick in April's draft. What an unlikely story to get to that spot. A 0-star recruit out of high school, the University of Incarnate Word, to Washington State, to Miami, and he comes into the league as Division I's record holder for most passing touchdowns in a career. And his development.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, as we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. Gets past one man. And he gets inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and
and that's going to be too tough to hold on to that one. 2nd down.
Zone defense, it looks like it's open for possibility. They did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Ward. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? It's got to be complete.
Times out of 10.
Missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Now play number 7 of the drive is looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now, Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
What a drive. This has been chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A nice one there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective right there. You can just smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominant physicality and pound the rock.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And the Titans are going to be set up with 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because if he's going to throw it quick in that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with the guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. Both see the same thing, and he knows it's to him right away.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling the team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Because he's turning it all loose.
Extra point by Slot is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. We slide out, kickoff after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The last first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One play action. Here's Nix. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Sebastian Joseph Day. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts them on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw, here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And down to the 20, he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for Broncos first down.
Pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's a relentless rush.
That's some good hard running there as he pushed his way forward for about 5.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Nix to the air.
A lot of times that first read that you had, maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target. He was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be play 4. Here's Nix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Roger McCreary, the man in the right spot to knock that away.
Good man, a corner that's worked this off yet that never admits to worrying about man coverage, about the play there, breaking that pass up.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Following the made field goal, wants to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for the drive. It comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up, and it's real.
Yeah, this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets to 35 to 37. Well, he is certainly dangerous spot to land and keeps it himself there down well.
Part of a play like this, you don't have to practice it over and over. It's a ballet that has to be choreographed. He committed to it.
There as he midfield to the 48-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and then it's second and 4.
For him on the last snaps, he certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
This second and 4. Here's Pollard again. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember coach of mine way back when a back's having a great game, he gathers the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was knock it loose because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll try to run an option here. 19. The keeper gets him 7 that time. They'll lead you to third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Third and short, under the tight end. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
1 yard. First down, Titans.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
To throw, here's Ward. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown,
Chigakonkwo from 17 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
try for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joey slide out, kickoff after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Here's the offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like, went to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing Nix. And it is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down. Although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We always hear about the connection some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence. Extreme confidence.
Top confidence to make the play for him, and he did.
Bounds right at midfield. That one going for a 11 and a Broncos first down.
Good.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they show they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
You're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. You're doing a great job
Without saying, the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
in a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to set up to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. That moved it a combined 33 yards. This drive's been a good mix. 2 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to get him down, but he has reached the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
swing plays, and then there were plays where you outclassed the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Looks good on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. Lutz now to kick this one away.
Broncos.
That brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Offense back out there. We shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. As well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now Ward. Short throw taken in by Concord. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They call it a loss of yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice play and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then closed quickly and got down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did well in that last sequence.
It'll be 37 yards there for the ball. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He'll swing out to Dobbins. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll go play action with Nix. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then. They're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
To throw is Nix. He completes this to Sutton. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the Titans' 20-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Nix out to his left. 8 yards that time. Able to take off. And the result is a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
That was 1st and 10 at the 11. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Looking to find a lane, but can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the operations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And now a little across the 25 to the 27. Offense back out there. We shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard, behind the first half here, CD. But it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And just no chance of turning the corner. Can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge. You love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. These ones know how to make the play. We just saw
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. In motion right. Ward. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to put it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they get them wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a lead on you, you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now it's Nix. Oh, dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
If you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 3.
Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up this.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lutzel look to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on 1st and 10. Up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Ward. He'll be brought down by the Broncos at the sack. John Franklin Myers. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now, Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really, it's the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, it was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Ward off the play fake, and he gets this from the rhythm complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Seems as if the passing attack starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Pollard will take it up the gut. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Ward. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through and show him what he's made of.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Forward, Pollard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Second quarter action, 1:59 remaining. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're getting an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4. Inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Ward. Got his man, Conquo. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ward. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That
was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Going for it. Here's Ward. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it takes us near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Cortland Sutton getting set for their next drive. And maybe time for this defense to start throwing a second defender its way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They start the screen for Dobbins. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. A pretty surprising suboptimal start to the drive there.
I like that. Optimal, to put it nicely, right? Because you would think that with all the time they had on the sideline prior to that one, they'd come up with a little bit more play than that one. It was a disaster right from the beginning.
He's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime is time to join
Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and get some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here. We're just about ready for the start of the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. About all the offense that you already referenced in the first half. He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll start with the option. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this will be to the 22.
And this is one of the days when your quarterback just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes you forget to protect it.
Now look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dalvin. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. They'll go again with Dalvin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 107 yards for him on the ground now. He has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now in the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Dalvin will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to get a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Next to the air. And the Broncos use the short field to get in for 6. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Looks good on the extra point. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads in intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Down wants to kick it off. And he'll go down. This drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee. The drive eventually. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball. The defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch partner for both of those units, and they put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. An easy way to make it to them. Get out there now, get some points on this drive.
To throw, here's Ward. This one caught by Ridley. The completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Ward. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. Big play that time for the Titans. 61 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield, making the catch.
Looking to throw. More. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Down the surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Pollard is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Operating from the gun. Ward. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 4 yards out. And the Titans have got it back to within a score.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As soon as he leaked out, began his route. Someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time, separated from another reception.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Nix. And it is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we're talking about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they'll be inside the 25, 24. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble here at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
This is caught. And it's taken into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a two-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. Two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line. 25. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown. But Charles, look up, and they're still in double digits. You feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the gun, Ward. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Play action now, Ward. And a quick throw here that's complete. And it'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype here.
Option play, here's Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, so it leaves them in a good spot. 7 inches for coming. And he goes down right there. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have Titans first down. At least it would appear appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked around the 28. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. The defense has just continued to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you have extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way to block.
Out of the gun, Ward. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. That incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot from the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a hit. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on the man and broke the play.
Get to the football. It's blocked. Well, Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the second half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially their offense, and takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They've got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I don't know much of physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Denver Broncos.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing Nix. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get to their legs as well as their arm. We certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game, and that continued with that first down run.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 17 yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run the Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard into the second down.
I'll tell you what, defense hasn't played the best, but they're still right in this football game. If they
Looks to try to add PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to put a drive together. And the tight end goes in motion left. Ward throwing to start the drive. Short throw taken in by Conquo. Midfield. He's on his way. And into the end zone for Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now an option play on second down. Gain with a slide at the end. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Broncos, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we whole NFL, it seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And the timing, that falls to the ground.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Football. Near midfield, but
Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
this is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out come the Titans now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Moore. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Moore. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Here's one. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Tennessee offense set to go again. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a same drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards for number 11.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of
and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakonkwo, 27 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to life in the NFL, because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 6-play drive. this near the 25. Call it the 26. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more you're able.
They're unable to connect. A late flag goes in. Interference. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
It's time to run a hit. That one, not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
At the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to down. 5 yards on first down. Just 1 yard pickup there on second. Well done. He sniffed that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed.
And he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Broncos.
Plain and simple. That's the second time today he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, would be easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
This game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now, 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things quickly, and it's a right read seemingly every time. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or he did on that last play. Use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Working out again here, Ward. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Ward now working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he fields it cleanly. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll get that to play. Be taken down, not before he works it past the 50. Give it 10 yards there, and back by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Nick from the shotgun. He completes it. Only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up first down. Looking to throw. Nix setting up the screen for Harvey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And when you have football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Well, it's a shovel pass, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd. And now first carry for the fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Harvey will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Plays it on. Ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll start this drive. Return. The Titans offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Well, to put a drive together.
Throw it downfield. Their tight ends involved. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, Titans.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the shotgun, it's Ward. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 6. 3rd
Nick's going to give to Hardy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Sets up fourth down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. So here is Cam Ward and the Titans down by 10, 43 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Ward, able to hook up here with Ridley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
To 0, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 10. And the Titans first down.
This is 1st and 10. Now Ward. This complete to Lockett. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds.
A gain of 12. First down, Tennessee.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.